think for too long we haven't had an opportunity to shine.
Independence. So there's this whole thing about
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that mean, man? Own damn house, own car.
It's okay. I've not heard that song in a while. I say in a while,
Listen,
like 7 months.
comment below if you know where that is from, what song that is from, and the artist.
If they know to be honest, I feel like they might go and find it somewhere else though. But this is one thing, Josy, and I think this is one of the things that's held Josy and I together, our catalogue, because because there's certain songs I feel like blew in America but didn't blow here.
It's
and then
true.
I start singing it, and Josy's like, "Oh, you know that song too, or you know the artist," and then we get really excited. So yeah, I think I might even do that as a hashtag. I think I might even use that song as a promo thing. But anyway, on the topic of independence, so this thing has been lurking, all this while. Some men are like, we don't want an independent woman, because you guys get too feisty. I'm getting really rude now. Get too feisty. Once you find an independent woman, she's gonna be answering back. Now, first of all, what I need to go and do, I feel like I should have done this before we came here, innit? But what I need to do is figure out what men define as independence, because I feel like, as far as I'm concerned, when I think of independence, I think of Ghana, 6th of March 1957.
So but to be honest, it's the same mentality, it's the same thing. We became independent as a state, and we were able to control ourselves and to rule ourselves as an independent state, as an independent entity outside of British colonial rule. So we're saying women are able to just rely on themselves outside of patriarchy or patriarchal rule or male dominance over their lives. It's the same mentality, it's the same thing.
I'm just trying to think to myself why that's even a bad thing, because it's like, I mean,
imagine that.
I don't even, because my thing is, I feel like some women are, again, air quotes, seen as independent because of the experiences they've gone through. Like, Charlie, if they've depended on a man in the past by mistake, and if the guy now went to go and disappointed them, what makes you think they're still going to sit down and mind their business and wait? Like, people see things, like we grow up in households or we hear stories and everything. You'll be a fool to not prepare. Like, you'll be a fool to not.
Yeah.
If you hear these things, you can't say, "Oh, that happened to that person." Then sit down and chill. No, I don't want it to be a thing where, like, I don't even know how she share this. We'll talk about that story after. But basically, I don't know, because it's not even just, but I feel like it's quite fresh. So I don't want to put it to the podcast.
Yeah.
Person might listen to it and it might feel like I'm airing out their business in it, but I'll tell you after. No, it's not that deep. So don't do it.
No, I get you. I get you. I completely get it. And I just think that, okay, so currently in our society, like, this is something that we've already touched on. Women are empowered to, I think before, we had a level of reliance on men because we didn't have the opportunities to do things for ourselves. Exactly. We couldn't buy houses. We couldn't earn our own money. We couldn't put our names, get a loan. There was so many things that we couldn't vote. There were so many things that women couldn't do, and we had to rely on men to provide. Now we're being empowered and we have the opportunities to do those things for ourselves and for our family and for our men.
Mm-hmm.
This is all part of the independence piece. And independence is, and I know, like, independence, whether it is, like, I think there's a level of ego rubbing that comes in play whenever men are like, "Oh, women are too independent. You want a woman to depend on you." Okay, cool. Find a woman that will rub your ego a little. Or a crocro kaka, like, she'll just, I don't know what's the English
every day. I don't know how to say. Just pump. No, pump us up the word. Stroke your ego.
Yeah, stroke. That's it. Not rub your ego. Stroke your ego. Someone that would, like, and you can find that. I think that's the thing. Men will say that they want an independent woman, but when they now date an independent woman, the woman is too independent. So what did you want? Because there are women that are very fine relying on you. They're very cool, very calm. And they are still like, they're very, go and find those women. Don't find an independent woman, then be upset that she's too independent. Find someone that's not independent. And just let them rely on you like you wanted them to.
Let them
Do you
come
know what I mean?
and collect money for this.
Let them do exactly. Do what you want them to do. Don't try and change one. But like I said, in this day and age, if you say that you're going to rely on one income, the lifestyle that you're going to live is very restricted.
Different, yeah.
It's very restricted.
Yes.
Very restricted. Even if your husband is loaded, it's still very restricted. But at the same time, everybody has the type of thing that they want to live and the lifestyle they want to live. And also, I don't say this to belittle women who then take a route that people think is not independent, because you can still be an independent and be a housewife. You can.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, you still make your decisions, you still do your thing, but because like childcare is very expensive in this country. Someone needs to look after the childcare.
Oh.
Someone needs to look after the children. So if the woman has made a decision that this is what she's going to do, that's the decision that she's made. I think the difference is just the dynamics of who is making the decisions. If it's just one person that's making the decision for the entire household, or are there two people making the decision?
A mutual agreement, yes.
And we came to a mutual agreement. So whatever the decision is, whether it's work, finances, food, what we're eating, what house we're living in, as if it's a mutual decision, then we know that, like, you know, there's a level of but if there's two heads in one, if it's just one person dictating, that's a dictatorship. And dictatorships work for some people, they just don't work for a lot more people. Like some countries work with a dictatorship.
You say a lot of people. I think people that are down for dictatorship are greater than those that aren't.
I don't know, because I think sometimes, you know, you like the sound of a dictatorship until you live in a dictatorship. Like, it's all well and good when you're getting all the good stuff, but as soon as the dictator starts saying, you know, start making up rules that you don't agree with, then all of a sudden you're like, I don't really want this dictator, I don't want this tyranny. I want to start, you know, having my own voice heard. So is whatever works for the person, and I think that's the key point about feminism, having that choice. Not all of us want to live in a dictatorship. We don't want to live in a tyrannical household. We want to live in a democracy. It's always a democracy. It's always a democracy. So I think that is the key thing about being independent. Like, at the end of the day, like, a lot of us, we came into this world alone. We're leaving this world alone.
Even if one came first or the other one came.
At least they even have an excuse. They came with someone, but we came in this world alone. So we must find a way to, like, live and be able to rely on ourselves. If I cannot rely on myself to live and sustain myself,
who's making the mistakes? Who's making the mistakes?
And I must rely on you. So what if one day you cannot come through for me? Then what do I do?
This is it's the thing. Contingency plan. Like, and if should there be no situation where no one has to rely on each other, when retirement comes, if you go and enjoy together, you actually just go and enjoy together.
We just pool our money together and make it do what it does.
Okay, next one.
I'm gonna make it do what they do. That's another song quote for you. If you know that song, comment down below.
They got like a whole album that they're working with. I said that to someone recently, the voice that they're like, make it. I said, ugh. So I said the whole song and I gave the lyrics and it made more sense. But yeah. Okay, so let's see. Fast forward to where we need to start wrapping up, you know, because we've been just in.
No problem.
Tell me about your business ventures and how you use your talent. Yes, you do have some talent in the industry, clearly, to inspire and empower other women to be the best versions of themselves.
Ooh, talent,
your skill, whatever you want to call it, you know.
Okay. So I'll start with my business. My business is Burners Gardens. It's an outdoor event venue located in East Legon, Accra. East Legon Hills, Accra, in Ghana. We open up in Jan. So this is our first year. We're going to be one next year, January the 4th. If you're looking for a venue for any type of event, any special occasion, whether it's a wedding, traditional wedding, baby shower, bridal shower, party, anniversary, whatever it is.
Advert, yeah.
Feel
Advert.
yeah,
Okay.
ad hashtag ad. Feel free to contact us. Where you can find us on all our socials, Baroness Gardens, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere. Also on our website www.baronessgardens.com.
I was going to give an opportunity for this, but since you changed the order, that's
hashtag
fine.
ad. So, and then in terms of my skills, so I definitely think one thing that I've learned just being in the industry that I'm in is representation matters and just visibility matters. So just the fact that I am here helps. It helps other people that might want to get into technology consulting. Just the fact that there is a Black woman that is here working at this firm. Because another reason why I even went to the firm and I went into consulting was because I saw a Black woman who was an MD, and I was like, I want to be like her.
That person.
She is the Beyonce of this firm. I want to be her. And all of that makes a big difference. So just being here makes is there, and given the opportunity to provide any kind of advice or help to anyone that needs it, that wants to get into this industry. That's something that I'm always happy and willing to do. Helping and working and actively helping to contribute to inclusion and diversity schemes within the firm. That's something I'm very passionate about. So yeah, I think it's just little things like that. And also one thing that I do is talk about finance. I mean, I did a lot more before. I think now my business has kind of taken over my life a little bit more. So I don't really talk about finance as much as I used to. But that was something that I used to do a lot, just to kind of help empower, especially women, young Black women, with personal finance, advice, tips. Not advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. But just tips, suggestions, just anything, point them in the right direction. Those are the type of things that I did. So yeah, I think that answers your question.
Yeah, you have. I won't go too much into what you've done, but when you did that, was it this year you did the project with your friend? I don't know if this is the part I mentioned names, but I forgot. I feel like I'm gonna give the wrong name.
Project?
When you did with the women thing, when you were giving them more financial independence, you were giving them advice and stuff last year.
Oh yeah, that was last year.
Yeah. So things like that, you're saying, and working with that organization. What are they called again? I am the 139 hosting the events as well. So
just that random organization.
That random organization. Yeah. So
that annual event.
Yeah. So you've definitely been sharing and empowering other people to do the best they can, and be the best versions of themselves. Okay, so the future is female. What are your thoughts on that statement?
Apologies.
The future is female.
The future is female. I definitely agree that the future is female. I think for too long we haven't had an opportunity to shine, and now we're showing the world that our contributions are not only valid, they're very important. They're essential, actually, to the running of this world. And I think that's very important. I think sometimes we underestimate the importance of emphasizing that the future being female, because for so long a man was valued over a woman. People gave birth to sons and valued them more. But now we're saying, actually, if you have a daughter,
hashtag girl
you have the world. Yeah, you have the world in your hand. It is a good thing to have a daughter. Your daughter will grow up and change the world. We need you to see that. And that is why this is being emphasized so much, that the future is female. The world leaders will be female. The corporate leaders will be female. So that is why that slogan matters. And hopefully, the more you hear it, the more you believe it.
Whether you like it or yes, you have to abide. And I think on the previous episode, one thing that Mama Dora said was and I loved it. I'm just like, I think it's just the statement alone is just making me feel like, yeah, Finn, like energy. But she's like, when a woman enters a room, there's multiplication and fruitfulness. So it's just like, you know, we're the baddest. Like, we're actually the baddest. Like,
we are the baddest.
You know, I mean,
so bad.
As in, I don't know when a man will ever carry a child, and it's just the multiplication, like, you know, the fruitfulness and everything that comes with it. But yeah. Okay, so parting words. Oh, we tried. Yeah, really tried. Okay, we tried. Okay, parting words to the past gen, the present gen, and the future gen regarding feminism. And I'll wrap it up.
Parting words is just embrace it, embrace feminism, embrace the movement. Obviously, there might be things that you disagree with, but I think that's the whole point. It's about we're not gonna have the same like principles and thoughts. I mean, we're not monoliths. Like, we're gonna have different ways of thinking. It's about coming together for a bigger and greater cause. Nothing changes overnight, and this is what we're seeing with every movement. I'm black, I'm female, like, so I, I am as what do they call it, underrepresented as they come. But for the past generation, I guess I'll say thank you to those that really like
down with it,
did something for the movement and made a change. To the present generation, I say keep pushing, keep kicking that door down, so that the future generation don't have the same they don't have the same battles that we've had, so that they can see like things are already changing. We're seeing more black girl representation, like beauty. The beauty metrics are changing. Like things that we have been fighting and talking about for so long, we're finally seeing a shift.
Yeah.
So we need to keep pushing. We need to keep pushing and keep shouting and keep making noise until it actively changes. The fact that I'm sitting here with my natural hair is a big change from maybe 10 years ago.
Even their makeup.
And we need to do that so that the future, so for the future generation could also have a completely different type of life. So yeah, those are my final parting words.
Ayaza, you did well. You did well.
Thank you very much.
Tried. Okay, so I feel like you've plugged Baroness Gardens in it, but if you want to plug it again, or it is, I mean, people want to know.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Huh, you're about to say you get the gist. But yeah.
No, I was just double checking because I couldn't see it. But yeah. No, like I said, Baroness Gardens, we're on all social media platforms. If you want to follow me, my personal page, I am on Being Baroness. So Being Baroness on Instagram and on Twitter.
Is it Being?
You can find
Being Baroness.
Just Being Baroness.
Being Baroness. Okay, cool. BEIN.
It's Being.Baroness on Instagram. And then Being Baroness on Twitter.
There we go.
But either way, if you write a Being, you'll see the Baroness and then you get there.
Okay, cool.
If you don't find me, just find my business page. That's what's more important.
True. I'll put all the things at the bottom anyway. Okay, I think that's it. Girl. Thank you so much.
Anyway. Thanks for having me, girl.
Oh, it's long overdue anyway. Very overdue. Anyway, let me cut this call. Let me just do anyway, yeah?
Thanks for listening. Bye, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Get it. Period.
What other song are you now come to add so that we can use it to finalize the whole thing? Because you've given us the thingy song, the first.
I work job.
Which one's that one?
I ain't got job. I am a job.
Oh, you see, because God knew that the song you're about to sing was not good for this message here. That's why you were struggling. We'll just stick with the INDE.
City girls.
Oh, city. Anyways, blessings, guys. There you go. Oh, you're still doing. Oh, sorry. Let me stop.